your cycle tests tomorrow. You're having your cycle test. So today we'll do a revision and tomorrow we'll do grammar. Is that fine? Okay, Shaina says yes. Okay. So now, last class, okay, can you tell me last class what I was doing? I'll just share my screen with you. Give me a minute. Okay, last class, what I was doing. I have written it down and kept. I know what I've done. I want to know from you, what did I do last class? Let me see in the chat box. If everyone remembers in the last class, what did I do? Kanishkan, what did I do in the last class, Kanishkan? The moment I ask, you take off your video. Harith, noun. Revision, what did I do? Nisha, good morning, Nisha. Okay, I'll share my screen now with you. Last class, I have taken lesson 1, revision. Yes? Okay. Lesson 1. Okay. Thank you, Pavana. So I was taking lesson 1 for you. And so tomorrow, what I will do, I want every one of you tomorrow's class, on the next class, I want you to be well prepared for the cycle test. Okay. Yes, tomorrow we are having a class. Okay, first period we are having. So that time I will do it on the board for you, and I want everyone to have a notebook, pencil, and an eraser. I will give you the pattern tomorrow. And hope you're well prepared for the cycle test. Okay. Page number. I'm in the content part of poem Once Upon a Time. Who asked me this? Keshwa. Okay, Keshwa, Once Upon a Time. We are in the content part. Okay, so the memory poem is on page number 15, the second stanza and the third stanza. Is that fine? Doubt is cleared? Keshwa, doubt cleared? All right. So now, poem, you're having second and third stanza. Okay, second stanza and third stanza. All right. So you need to upload your paper, right? You need to write it down and upload it in the add file. All right. Any doubts? Okay, good morning to all. Good morning to all. Now we are on revision now, Sairam. Okay. Revision of poem. Friday, I had revision lesson 1. Now it is poem Once Upon a Time. That's what we are having for our cycle test, isn't it? Lesson 1 and poem 1. Yes? You are all thorough with it? Yes, Pratiksha, in PDF only you have to change it into PDF. Principal ma'am has even given you all instructions, right? Pavana, page numbers, we are in memory poem, page number 15. I'm not taking the poem for you. I'm revising poem, Pavana. Is that fine? Now, no unnecessary chats. Okay. There was mommy and daddy, 2 little boys and girls. Please note, tomorrow I'll give you the pattern and do it on the board for you. And tomorrow I would expect every one of you to have a notebook, a pencil and eraser while I do the revision on the board. Understood? Yes, taking down the pattern. And in the last 5 minutes, I will ask every one of you to on your videos and show the first cycle test revision which you all have done, which I do on the board, and I want to see you writing it down. Is that clear for everyone? Okay. Second stanza, there was mommy and daddy, 2 little boys and girls. Every night they would gather in the living room, they would twirl. Okay, in the living room, they would twirl. They danced and sang sweet songs there. They danced and sang sweet songs there. When you're writing down, I don't want any one of you to copy or anything. When you receive your question paper, you will have your notebook like how you are doing it in school. I want you all to do sincere work. God is watching you, right? God is watching you. Do a sincere work. They danced and sang sweet songs there. How close the family was. The love was great they shared. You see, they showed they cared. What did the family do every night? Every night, the family gathered in the living room. They would dance and sing sweet songs there. How many members are there in the family? There were 6 members in the family. The parents and the 2 little boys and girls. How many members were there in the family? There were 6 members in the family. The parents and the 2 little boys and girls. Narayana Prasad, yes, you have to write it in the notebook. There's a separate test note rule notebook. No, you can write it in that. Please wait. Narayana Prasad, why? I'm going slowly. It's in the classroom also. I'm just revising with you. Okay. All right. What did the family do every night? Every night, the family gathered in the living room. They would dance and sing sweet songs there. How many members were there in the family? There were 6 members in the family. The parents and the 2 little boys and girls. Yes, Narayana Prasad, we have revised it. Okay, we'll move on to the next. Okay, which line in the poem tells us that the family members cared for one another? How close the family was. So these were the lines. The love was great they shared. These lines tell us that the family members cared for one another. So here it is ERC. Once upon a time. So now we are in course book, page number. The ERC is not given there, only question answers are given there. So you need to concentrate here looking at my screen. Once upon a time in a house so big and wide, the family that lived there were so happy inside. This is the first stanza in your poem. So where does the family live? The family lived in a house that was big and wide. Okay, the family, how was the family inside? The family was happy inside. Okay, so how was the house? Describe, supposing I give you describe the house. Describe the house in 2 words. The house was big and wide. Okay, in this stanza, supposing I give you in this stanza, there are 2 adjectives here. What are adjectives? Describing words. How was the house? Here it is given how was, here it's not given here how was the house, but I might give you how was the house. The house was big and wide. Already there it's given where does the family live? You answer the question. The family lived in a house that was big and wide. I'll ask you how was the house? You must know how to answer big and wide. Okay. How was the family inside? The family was very happy inside. Now, I might ask you a question. What is the opposite for inside? Outside. What is the opposite for happy? Sad. Okay. Yes. Clear? No doubts? No doubts? Okay. Good morning to Hatim. Who says no books, Arjit? Arjit, if you are having no books, Arjit, principal ma'am has sent your textbooks in the classroom. You can check it up. It would be very helpful for you. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. Thank you for your answer, Narayanan. Hatim also. Thank you. All right. Now, I might give you another twist question, which is not here, where you need to think and answer. Okay. Who is the poet in this poem? For this, see, I have not given it here, but you must know. Jacqueline Shore. Okay. Who's the poet here for in this poem? I will ask you to name the poem also. You must be prepared with it. Understood? What is the name of this poem for the given stanza? Okay. Once upon a time. Okay. So you must be ready to answer any question. This is not a twist. It is simple for you to know that Jacqueline Shore is the poet in this poem. Okay, what is the name of the poem? You know the name of the poem. Okay, not new for you. Okay, so these two questions also might be asked. You must be able to write it down correctly with the spellings. Okay, then we have, remember that your family, this is in the last stanza. Remember that your family can be the same way too. Okay, note these lines. Just trust and love each other's thoughts because you need your family. Now we are having subdivision A and B. How should the family members be with each other? How? The family members, take it from the question. You have to start with the capital letter, right? The family members should love and trust each other and share each other's thoughts. Okay. How should the family members be with each other? The family members should love and trust each other and share each other's thoughts. Whom will we need at times of trouble? Whom will we need at times of trouble? Everybody needs to have a family in times of trouble. Because here we is given their plural. So we add on, everybody needs to have a family in times of trouble. Clear? Now, I want you to note, this stanza will be given. Okay. How should the family members be with each other? Question. Whom will we need at times of trouble? Second question. Okay. Third question, note. What is the meaning for communicate? Now, come on, tell me now. What is the meaning for communicate? You chat in the chat box. Let me see whether you know it. What is the meaning for communicate? I will give this stanza. I will ask you this question. Talk. Okay, communicate, speak. Speak to each other. You need to say something. Okay, calling people, calling each other. Okay. To express your thoughts. Okay, the meaning is to express thoughts. Okay. What are the three words that show the family is close? What are the three words that show that the family is close? Three words are there. Trust, love, and share. That shows that the family is very close with each other. Yes? Okay. So now this is just for you to know. And this question is also not there, but you will know what is it. What is the poem? What is the name of the poem in this? Once Upon a Time. Who is the poet here? Jacqueline Shore. Okay, be ready. When do we need our family the most? We need our family the most when we are happy. We are sad in times of trouble and need help. Definitely, right? When we are sad, when we are happy in times of trouble and need help. Supposing if I give you this, this line And I will ask you whether it's true or false, or I might ask you fill in the blanks. You need to answer it. When we need to communicate with each other by sharing our thoughts and feelings. Okay. So we need our family to share our thoughts. Yes. Any doubts? Yes, Hatim. Communicate to express thoughts. Sudarshan, good. Trust and love each other. Narayana Prasad, good. Yeah. According to the poet, what are the main things that make a family happy? According to the poet, what are the main things that make a family happy? Take it from the question, write it down. According to the poet, true love and kindness, as well as sharing quality time with one another, are the main things that can make a family happy. Okay, according to the poet, true love and kindness, as well as sharing quality time with one another, are the main things that can make a family happy. Now, we are on page number, yes, we have completed the think and answer. We have completed the question answers. And now we move on to the course book exercise. That is, you need to tick the correct option. If you have not done it, and if you've received your books and you have not done it, kindly do it now along with me so that you will have a better revision. Okay. Course book, page number 16. I hope no one will ask this question to me because it's given on the screen. Yes, Sudarshan, trial and troubles, problems. Okay. So if you have not done the course book exercises after receiving your course book, kindly do it along with me so that for your essay 1, you would be thorough with all this. Okay. The family in the poem is a dash family, loving family. So tick off loving there. The family members sing and dance in the dash living room. Tick off living room there. In a happy family, all members love and trust each other. Okay. So the options are fight with each other, do not talk with each other. And the option is, right option is love and trust each other. Tick off there. Okay. So we are on page number 17, the vocabulary part. As it's already been posted in your portions, that you need to know what are the pairing words. You'll have come to 4th standard and I don't have to tell you what are pairing words because you'll have learned it in from 1st standard itself. Okay. So knife and fork, bread and butter, pen and paper, socks and shoes, soap and water, jacket and scarf. Okay. So here we move on to the columns which we need to match in your course book, page number 18. Course book, page number 18. All right. You need to match the columns. If you have not done it, kindly do it right now. Okay. Don't be lethargic. Do it right now. If you have finished it, it's fine. It's good for you. Okay. Rise and fall. So it is subdivision C. C. Column C, you mark fall 1. Here and there, you have to mark D there. Mark 2 there. Ways and means, B. 3, mark 3 there. War and peace, you need to mark F there. F. Here direct answers are given for you. Search for it and mark it accordingly to the correct number. Law and order. So law and order, it is A. There you have to mark 5. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. So that is H. You have to mark 6 there. Forgive and forget. That is E. You need to mark 7. Clean and tidy. That is 8. You need to mark G. In G, you need to mark 8. Okay, now we have completed that, and we move on to the question bank. I mean the word bank, which says that what are the new words that you have learned in this poem? Twirl, to twist. Communicate is to share one's thoughts and feelings. Trials, struggles, trials and troubles. So in a family, you have all this. You have happiness, you have sadness. You need to have all this in a family where you share your thoughts with them, right? You must need to communicate in your family, and only it is the family that you can share your trials and troubles. So we come to the end of our revision. Friday, we have completed our lesson 1 revision. We have completed poem 1 revision. And now I share my screen with you with grammar part. Tomorrow, I want every one of you to be prepared for the class. I will do it on the board for you. And I want every one of you to write it down tomorrow when I do the revision. Yeah, clear? So we have 10 minutes left, and now I will do the revision for you. Okay, so we are having the subject and predicate, which is on page number 10, subject and predicate. Please note the concept in grammar. Okay. If you understand the concept, sentences will not be difficult for you at all. All right. The subject and predicate. Subject is the part of a sentence. We know sentences, isn't it? Okay, a group of words that are put in a sentence and gives us the correct sentence are known as sentences. So in a sentence, we have a subject and we have a predicate. So the subject is the part of the sentence that shows what the sentence is about or who or what performs the action. Mostly the subject part will be like it gives you who's doing what. Okay, Mobby is a robot. So Mobby is a person. It shows what the subject is doing, is a robot. And the predicate is talking about the subject part. All right. So then we move on to a better explanation. As I told you, keep the concept in mind. So in the subject, either we talk about the person, we talk about the animal also. And in the predicate part, the action is brought out, what the person or the animal is doing. The frog, this is the subject. Jumped over the dog, that's an action, right? So the predicate shows the action of the subject. Either it could be a person or an animal. Now I can change this and say, Tommy jumped over the wall, right? So this is, I can change the subject part here. Now, some more examples here. Amy held a pencil. So what is Amy doing? It shows an action. In the predicate part, it shows the action. Held a pencil. Who held the pencil? Amy. So the subject can't go without the predicate and the predicate can't go without the subject. So both need to go hand in hand for a particular sentence. Johnny wore a hat. So here the subject is Johnny. So can we finish the sentence like this only with the subject part? No. Johnny wore a hat. What is Johnny doing? Johnny wears a hat or wore a hat. So the predicate part talks about the action done. Okay, or who does the action in the showing the subject who's doing it. All right. He looked happy. Now I can give you a name. Sam looked happy. Okay. So it gives the action here in the predicate part. Looked happy. Can we finish the sentence without a subject? No. He looked happy. We can add on in the predicate. He looked happy because it was his birthday. Okay. That's the predicate part. Right. The star is blue. So is blue, can we finish a sentence? No. The star. What is blue? The star. So the subject is star and is blue is the predicate. Okay. He is holding a star. So I might change the subject part here. He, I can give you Jimmy. Jimmy or Sita or any names is holding a star. And she performs her drama or skit, Christmas play. I can add on. So that becomes the predicate part. Okay, so now we have some more sentences here to give you a better view of the subject and the predicate. Okay, now let me be very clear with you. I have 4 minutes left. Let me be very clear with you. These sentences which I have prepared for you, it will not come for your cycle test. You need to have the concept in your mind about the subject and the predicate. All right. Any sentence which is given to you, you need to know how to do it. Okay. And tomorrow when I'm doing the revision on the board, I will ask you questions. All right. This is nothing hard for you for subject and predicate. Everything is easy. Understand the concept. Okay, so I don't want to bore you with this. I'm just telling you and giving you some tips that these sentences will not come for your cycle test. Different sentences will come. You need to understand the concept and do. Okay, this is just for you to be prepared. All right, I have prepared for you. So, and then we have, yes. So first we need to know what are nouns. So what are nouns? We are learning this from first standard. Okay, we are learning this from first standard. What are nouns? Naming words are called nouns. That is for a first standard. A person, a noun is a name of a person, place, animal, or thing. This is something we develop on our sentence formation and we say. In simple terms, naming words are called nouns. Name of a person, name of a place, name of an animal, and name of a thing. Now, when we want to segregate these things, we need to divide them into 4 types, right? So you need to know, because when you come to 5th standard, you will learn all this. But for now, I just stop here. All right. And I take you through giving you a gist of what are material nouns. But for in your course book, we learn proper noun, common noun, and collective noun. All right. So to go into detailed, common noun refers to things which are in common, like for example, table, chair, pen, things which are in common. And proper noun, we should note that a proper noun talks about a specific person or place. And keep in mind, days of the week and months of the year are also proper nouns. They begin with a capital letter. Okay, like if we want to name a river, right? We want to name a mountain. They are all proper nouns. Mountain, common noun. Rivers, common noun. But when we name it, it becomes a proper noun, right? Taj Mahal, Ganges, New Delhi. And then collective noun, where a group, where we give a name for a particular group of person, place, animal, or thing, right? Now, for example, I want to tell you that a dash of people stand there and watch the accident taking place. A crowd of people. I saw a dash of ships at the harbor, a fleet of ships. Okay. I saw a dash of cattle grazing on the field, a herd of cattle. Okay. So you should identify which is the collective noun there. All right. So these are collective nouns. A dash of lions, a pride of lions. A dash of steps, a flight of steps. A dash of ants, an army of ants. This you have already studied in your third standard, second standard. Just a recap of it only. Any doubts? As my time is, who's this? Drina? Yes, Drina, I will finish off. I will finish off. Yes, I will finish off. Yeah, my time is up. Just a minute. I'll give me a minute. I'll just finish off with this class. A dash of thieves, a gang of thieves. A dash of people, a crowd of people. A dash of fish, a school of fish. Okay, a pack of cards, a dash of cards, a pack of cards. A dash of cattle, a herd of cattle. A dash of trees, a clump of trees. A dash of wolves, a pack of wolves. A dash of singers, a choir of singers. Okay, dash of puppies, litter of puppies. All right, so with this I stop. With this I stop here. And yeah, thank you to all of you, and thank you for not chatting in the chat box and concentrating on the lesson. Thank you so much.